Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people.
Hey there guys, this is Malorian, and this will be 2 games of War Machine. Both at 50 points, and these are both games now where I am bringing my Buccaneer Brigade to Signar. So I've tried this once before where I came 2, went really well actually, and so now I'm going to try this with Haley2 and her bonded Stormwall. So basically it's her and the big guy, and then these 8 Buccaneers are on Gaston and Rutger and Dirty Meg, and the whole idea is that the Buccaneers are supposed to get up there, get in the way, and then between that and her feet, allow the bonded Stormwall to kill the enemy heavies, and eventually, with him having Arcane Shield up, he can just boss his way through the whole rest of the game. My first opponent here is going to be Haley2, and there's going to be one proxy where Rupert is actually Ord Midwinter, but yeah, this is a list where, you know, exactly right here, I have to be careful. There's 2 Drakes, there's a Kriya, they're not really the biggest worry. The Bronzeback, the Gladiator, Moloch Karn, those are models I need to control and to destroy. So he doesn't have a lot of models to get in my way, so as long as I can take out those heavies, I'll be fine. So here's the board and the scenario. I really don't feel like scenario is going to be a big deal. Again, the whole point to this is going to be attrition. I want to get up the board. I want to kill those heavies. And I guess at that point, maybe. But the thing is that if my Stormwall is destroying the objective, he's not killing heavies. And nothing else is really good at killing the objective. So for the most part, yeah, this is probably going to be an attrition game. Alright, so I won first turn, and I'm really just going up the board. So Haley goes, puts Temporal Acceleration onto the Stormwall so he can go up even further. TK'd up 2 of the Buccaneers to get them a little bit further. Arcane Shield is up onto the Stormwall, and that's really it. You know, like Gaston allocated 4, they ran. The other ones get the run for free, and there's my first turn. So on his first turn, he's going to really kind of go around the bunker here. So the 2 Drakes, they're in the front, and otherwise the other stuff's really farther in the back. It's not really threatening whatsoever. So looking at this though, Haley2 is not camping anything. She is in a trench. That's a little bit of an issue. I'm assuming those Drakes were supposed to be base to base, so line of sight also could be a bit of an issue. So on my turn, I have a couple of options. One, Stormwall's really fast. Normally, a Stormwall has a threat of 10 because he's moving 5, charges +3 with reach. But with the bond, you get +2. Temporal Acceleration, you also get +2. So I have a threat of 14 inches. It's pretty serious, and I'm pretty sure I can actually get to Haley2. But if I do fail, that'd be really bad. So another thing I could do is go up, net one of the Drakes, knock him down, try and shoot Haley2, but I don't know if it would really work. So after thinking about the assassination, I decided just to start off the attrition here. I'm going to go up there, I'm going to charge into the Drakes, I'm going to kill both Drakes, I'm going to pot off Ord Midwinter just to get him out of here, and then otherwise defeat, and then just kind of keep up that attrition we were talking about. So that's what I do. I do the Temporal Acceleration, upkeep the Arcane Shield, and, you know, I even netted the 2 Drakes to make sure I'd be hitting them automatically. And yeah, the Stormwall gets in there, kills them both, no problem whatsoever. Pods Ord Midwinter, so he's gone. The other Buccaneers are going to be up there. Haley2 went up and she popped feet. I think I just didn't catch, like, maybe the beast handlers in the back, but otherwise I have all of his heavies, so I have no risk to Stormwall right now, so I'm feeling really good. So on his turn, luckily we have a nice picture here that's not all blurry, he can't really do much, right? This is the feat. Basically he walks up to me, tries to put a few of his models in my way, and the heavies can't really do anything else. Now, this is where I'm realizing that I didn't really pay enough attention to what's in his list, because this is where the agonizers are going to start doing his little scream so that I can't use any focus or allocate focus, and that's really bad. So my hope is that maybe I could still kill off a heavy. If I was to temporal accelerate the storm wall, maybe TK that one gladiator forward, I could probably kill the gladiator. I don't know though if I could survive the Mullet Karn and then the bronze back after. I'd have to really somehow get the Buccaneers into jam. If I could somehow pull back the storm wall, that would be nice, but I feel like I would not be getting the attrition going, and I really should be getting the attrition going. Now, remember this part here, because I'm going to come back to this later, of what I should have done. So that's what I do. I come over, I TK over the gladiator, and I actually didn't get up temporal acceleration. There just was not enough focus. Well, okay, here's the real problem. I hit the gladiator with a time bomb and then boosted the damage, and then when I boosted the damage, didn't have enough to put up temporal acceleration. So all I could make was my 2 base attacks, and it wasn't enough to kill the gladiator. Honestly here, even if I would have had temporal acceleration up, I probably would have come up short killing the gladiator anyway. Electro Leaps do some more extra damages. Otherwise, I kill off a few odd models here on the left. Unfortunately, though, because of the way that I had to kill off the models in the way, in that forest, I couldn't really get models up the way I wanted to, so I'm not really jamming the way I needed to. I mean, even like Dirty Meg's running up there to try and get in the way. But, yeah, there you go. That's what I went for instead. Now, if you remember what it looked like before, I think I'm going to say it right now. What I think I should have done is actually not gone for it. Now that I see that I did not kill the gladiator, what I probably should have done is just come back, destroyed the objective, and dominated to be at 3. Then I could have had the storm wall further out of the way. It'd be a lot easier to jam, and all I need is 2 more points for the win. But oh well, I still have the storm wall, and I'm just hoping I got enough things in his way that the storm wall survives. But he doesn't. Between Makeda 3 and also with the gladiator, he is able to destroy my big guy, the storm wall. He also fate walkers away so that he's behind the bronze back. The bronze back actually is facing me, but you know how it is. He destroys some of my Buccaneers. That's why you can start seeing the little pieces of paper there. And yeah, this is really bad. I've lost my key piece. I haven't scored anything. My feet's gone. I'm in trouble. So looking at this, I start looking at assassination. I believe at this point here, he was only camping 1. And what I can do is if I knock down the bronze back, also knock down Makeda, then I might be able to pull off a magical assassination. The big thing here is that Rudker is actually going to be pretty key because they get a free boost to hit if they want, and if Rudker Shaw does his whole Jack Marshall thing, they can also re-roll to hit. So they're actually really good at netting and knocking things down. Otherwise, he also killed like Dirty Meg. Some of the other Buccaneers are kind of beat up, but yeah, I'm in a lot of trouble. So I go for the assassination, and basically it's a big old fail. I knock down the bronze back, but I just can't knock down Makeda. And without Makeda knocked down, this is a no-go. So instead, I try killing the gladiator. That didn't work. Then as a kind of like a final thought, I thought, well, let's just go for the scenario. So Gaston tries to come over here and try and shoot the objective, and almost destroys it. I bring it down to 1 box, and this is where I really kick myself for almost like giving up. You know, like I said, I was like, game's over. Might as well try to at least try and kill the gladiator to maybe do something. But if I would have put some of those gunshots into the objective, I could have killed it and got up to 3 now, which maybe not would have been enough, but at least it would have been something. So on his turn, he's starting the killing spree. Buccaneers are dying and getting smashed all over the place. This is his feet turn, and so Makeda went early, popped feet, try destroying some Buccaneers, but of course, Buccaneers, like I've always said, are not that easy to take down. So in the end, after he pops feet, he only actually destroys one Buccaneer. So Makeda is only on one transfer, and now this is like, I have to do it. If I do not assassinate now, I cannot get away from Malakar. So that's what I do. I basically go over, and I believe I headbutted her down. Yeah, I came over and a Buccaneer headbutted her down, started shooting with Gaston and Junior. He shield guarded one of them. At some point he had to do a transfer, and then Haley2 comes up and starts doing her little arcane bolts, and I'm actually able to kill Makeda and get the assassination. This was just pulling it out of my ass. I was so dead, but hey, you know, if you can still get an assassination, you get it. Really, you know, Makeda had no reason to be this far up. At this point, my opponent was just trying to do cleanup and got a little bit too aggressive. But, hey, I'll take it. Otherwise, the biggest thing, guys, that I realized after this is that dealing with that Agonizer, I just shouldn't have dealt with the Agonizer. I should have come back. I should have destroyed the objective, gone to 3, jammed. If he gets anything into the zone, Stormwall kills it, or I TK it out or slam it out, and then I just win my scenario. So even though this list was really messed up, I believe if I would have played it better, I would have been a lot more dominant in this game. But either way, it made for a very entertaining finish. So now we're going to go into game 2, and I'm with the same list here. And I'm now up against my brother, and he's running his Gaspy 3. This is now just after Christmas. He just got all those new Crix Troll guys, the Blood Gorgers or whatever they're called. So he just really want to try those guys out with this list. And yeah, it should be interesting. So this is the map here. He won the initiative and wanted to go first, which is definitely what he should have done. And so what I want to try and do is I think my best play will be trying to score on the left zone. I want to use these buildings to my advantage. Yes, the Soul Hunters can go through with Incorporeal, but I can try killing them off. And then between the feet and all that, I should be able to start dominating on the left, destroy the objective, and then just try and contest the right zone the best I can by just slowly feeding him Buccaneers. He has a lot of infantry on the right side, but they can't really be that effective because of how Buccaneers have reached. If I leave the objective in the way for the most part until later when I need to destroy it, with that there, you know, it's going to be really hard to really get his force on me. So I think that's going to work out well. Alright, so he goes first. You can see here that his stupid raiders are getting up there. The wave of infantry is coming up the right. Also, the Soul Hunters are coming up the left. And now, this is where I was wondering if I could actually kill off a lot of these Soul Hunters. Like I said before, between the Bond and also Temporal Acceleration, I can actually just walk up 9. So what I'm hoping is I can walk up 9, take 3 shots onto those Soul Hunters, kill 3, and that's really, really going to nerf them. Otherwise, I can pop feet, put up covering fire, and those, you know, witches aren't going to do very much. In later turns, I can start boosting to kill them, and kind of business as usual. But yeah, if I can kill those Soul Hunters early, that'll be a really big deal. So that's where I go with my plan, but when I take my first shot on the closest one, I realize I'm only going to get that one shot. So I kill off that one Soul Hunter. I then go after Derek Wraith, and I am able to unhorse him, but not kill the other, like the on-foot version. Otherwise, you can see that I'm up there. I pop my feet. Some of the jacks are just getting into the zone to contest to make sure he doesn't completely throw me out. A few odd shots and a pod kills like another couple of witches, and that's really it. So not really as devastating as I needed, but or I wanted. I don't even really need it yet. But hey, at least I killed one, and I unhorsed Derek Wraith, so it's going okay. So on his turn, he just keeps up the swarm here. He was mentioning later about how actually dealing with all these models and now medium-based models was actually kind of causing him some issues. So his clock suffered a little bit, but nothing serious whatsoever. Otherwise, you can see here that he's starting to get the witches in my face. you can see that Gatsby is up there. He's actually pop feet. He's up there on the hill. The Soul Hunters are trying to get to a spot where they're spread out and ready to come after me. And yeah, now we're on to my turn. So initially, when I first saw this, it's like, okay, I can go up, kill off like a couple of those witches, slowly feed the Buccaneers like I plan on the right. I can shoot down 3 more of those Soul Hunters. Really just start trying to block out with covering fire the stuff from coming into the zone. And then I looked there and I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. There's Gatsby 3 right there. I think I can actually get my Stormwall to Gatsby 3. Now, this will be a very all-in thing, but I definitely have the range to get to him. The big thing that's a question is whether I can kill the models in the way. The one issue with the list is that there's not a lot of shots that actually hurt things. Gaston's here, which is good, but it'd be nice if I had a little bit more shooting here, which I don't really have. But if I can kill a few models that are in the way, TK Gatsby closer so that I can actually get range, and while I'm doing that, might as well TK him around as well. I can get to him, and I think I can actually kill him. So I probably spent like a good 10 minutes here or more just trying to work out this plan. But yeah, I think I can get a fast finish. So that's what I do. I'm able to clear everything out. But the biggest thing is that I failed the TK. Part of it is that I messed up my activations and I didn't move up the Squire first so I could actually get the reroll. And secondly, the way the math worked out, I decided to give the Stormwall 4 because he's bonded instead of 3, and then I tried just going for the 2 dice on trying to get the TK, and I failed. So that really sucked. Then I was able to clear things out. Stormwall charged in, and I was just short. By like a millimeter, I was just short. So, I don't even get to try. Now, I did spend a lot of focus, so he also has a whole bunch of souls right now, so that really sucks. And as well, when we talked about it after, it's actually going to be very hard to kill him. Had I TK'd him forward and then actually hit him with a knockdown from the Buccaneers, because the Buccaneers tried to knock him down but missed, if he's turned around, all of a sudden it's a lot easier to try and knock him down. And then the math is a lot better, but it's just like that whole needing to boost a hit, boost damage. He's healing D3 each time because of the feat. It actually was going to be a kind of maybe let's say like a 40% at best assassination. So it wasn't as good as I thought, and either way, I didn't get there. So now I figure I'm pretty much toast. The other Buccaneers and models kind of get in the way and kill what they can. I swap Arcane Shield onto Haley just because why not, and I'm waiting to die. So what happens here is a Gatsby 3 with all of his souls comes walking up here and starts trying to hit me with a whole bunch of Bone Shakers, but keeps on missing. He'll cast it, boost to hit, miss, cast it, boost to hit, miss, and that massive stack that he used to have all kind of went away. So that was some bad dice on his part. Then he started charging in here. He got a couple of the Soul Hunters in. He had another one that was close, but I had knocked it down with the Buccaneer, so it couldn't actually get on me. But yeah, they didn't do as well as he'd hoped. Of course, I have set defense, so that kind of mitigated a bit. But he did land a couple of hits. Wasn't really enough to do anything. I am corroded, but no big deal. And yeah, it's not really good for him. So otherwise, the board ends like this. I should also say, too, that when we were looking at it, he was wondering if he should go for scenario or assassination. In the end, I think it was just late and he wanted to go for assassination. And he started making a few mistakes. Like for the witches, they definitely should have come in, tried to attack, or maybe went for the Stormwall to get some feedback. But they just aimed and he shot with one of them. I guess the leader has a gun or something. So all of a sudden with those witches there, they blocked everything behind it. So everything was starting to get jammed up. He was able to get like another Mechanothrall on me and kill Rutger Shaw. But really, he probably could have done a lot more. We were talking after about how he should just jam me. Maybe make some attacks in the Stormwall, try and take it down. But for the most part, just jam me, kill the Buccaneers on the right, get Gatsby into the right zone, and just start scoring scenario. But what can you do? He went for this, and that Gatsby's in trouble. So I come over here at the Buccaneer, I boost a headbutt, knock down Gaspy, and then Stormwall with temporal acceleration and for focus. We don't even roll it. It's automatic. So there you go, guys. There's 2 wins for Haley2, which probably weren't really deserved. In both games, I basically stumbled and landed on my face and then somehow ended up with a trophy in my hand. So I'll take it. I know my brother really wasn't happy with this one, but what can you do? Dice sometimes happen. And either way, for the list, it was interesting. One of the things that really forced me to do is funny is that I did Signar, of course, lots and lots, did Haley2 and Stormwall lots, but I always played it a lot more defensively. But all of a sudden here with the Stormwalls, I'm finding myself being more aggressive with the Buccaneers. I'm finding myself to being a lot more aggressive with the Stormwall, and it's being a much more interesting game where I'm being a lot more assassination driven. So really interesting. I think I want to try this Haley2 Stormwall a little bit more, but again, I love these Buccaneers. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you later. Bye.